Thank you for watching WISD TV and welcome to the Waco High School Gymnasium, home of the district champion Waco High School Lady Lions. My name is Dale Caffey. It's my pleasure to be here with the players behind me. We'll introduce them to you in just a moment. And I'm also with Coach Ross Barber. And all I can say, Coach, is congratulations. You have gone through the district race undefeated with one game left to play. Of course, you have some unfinished business, but congratulations. Talk a little bit about the accomplishment of these young ladies behind us.
Well, the accomplishment speaks for itself, but it's a result of hard work and dedication to this program. It started back in the offseason when they committed to being in the weight room, committed to being on the court, and even this summer. These girls come in every day and work extremely hard, do everything that I ask of them. But any good coach will tell you that it takes talent to win. And not only do they have talent, but they work hard, and that's a great combination.
Talk about the makeup of your team as far as seniors, juniors, and if applicable, sophomores.
We've got 5 seniors, 2 juniors, and 3 sophomores. So we'll lose 5, unfortunately, 5 really good ones, but we've got 5 really good ones coming up behind them that are ready to take the reins.
Okay, you got those 5 seniors who have kind of grown up with this program, and they've grown used to being in the playoffs too, but not as district champion.
That's correct. When we started out the season, we had a goal of not just making the playoffs. That was a goal we've had the last 3 or 4 years. But we looked at each other and said, hey, this is a district championship caliber team, and that was our goal. And they've achieved that goal, but they want to do something that nobody else has done, and that's go undefeated through district and not just get to the first round of the playoffs. They want this right here to be the beginning.
Tell me what it's like to be the coach of these young ladies and to come to practice each and every day and to see what they do at practice and then, of course, do on Tuesday and Friday nights.
It's kind of remarkable. I mean, I'm going to tell you, when you have 10 of these young ladies and they're like daughters to me, I mean, really, they know how to push your buttons, but at the same time, it's extremely rewarding when they get out here and they work hard. I've never been around 10 young ladies that are such competitors. I mean, every game they get out on the court, they want to do everything they can to win. And when it's one person's night, you know, somebody else will step up. And that's the good thing about them. We have depth at all positions. And if one person, like I said, if they're not having a good night, somebody's ready to come off the bench ready to play.
Well, to those folks at home, let's introduce some of these players, or actually let's introduce the entire 10 behind us.
I'd love to. Okay, we have sophomore point guard Destiny Curry, senior guard DeAndrea Simmons, junior guard Arika Duffy, junior forward Diamond Irvin, sophomore forward Dayana Means, sophomore forward Cambria Harris, senior forward Jant Gill, senior guard Taylor Dean, senior point guard Armani Pittman, and senior forward Shemaiah Blake.
Coach, that's quite a lineup, and it looks like they have a lot of fun. Of course, as the camera was on them, that was probably a little awkward for some of them, but they're going to start getting some media attention now that they're heading to the playoffs. Does that worry you any?
I don't think so. They're pretty focused. It did at the beginning. I'm not going to lie. After the first round of district, I was worried about our focus because we've never been in the position that we're in before. And I know they got tired of me saying, we got to stay focused. We got to be prepared in practice. And they would always say, Coach, we got you. We got you. Don't worry about it. And it was just a constant reminder. I pointed up to the rafters every day and saying, hey, you can hang something that hasn't been hung in 24 years and do something that nobody's ever done before. So that kept them focused. Yeah,
let's talk about that. 24 years, obviously. None of these girls were even born back then. And that has to be just that's outstanding.
It is, and I was 6 at the time. So I didn't really know what was going on either. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was at that age, obviously. But they've really embraced it. And, you know, a couple games ago when we clinched the district championship with Crowley, I really didn't know what the reaction was going to be after the game. And the girls just got up off the bench, shook the hands of Crowley just like we've done with every other game. And, you know, I asked them after the game, I was like, why aren't y'all, you know, they were smiling, but they weren't cheering or anything, carrying on. They go, Coach, we're not done yet. And that's when I really knew that this team is really special and because of their focus and their determination.
And one of the things I noticed the other night as you played crosstown rival University, you were up by quite a large lead, and yet the intensity was still there.
That's one thing we've strived at trying to get better. Our goal is a 4-quarter game, and I still, and they'll attest to the same thing, I still don't feel like we've played our best game yet. And that's what's kind of dangerous about them is, you know, we've played 3-quarter games, and we've played some games we maybe played half the game, but we have not played a four-quarter game yet, and that's what we're striving to get to. And that was with the whole focus of a university game when you get a big lead on somebody, just to keep that intensity and that focus.
Of course, we talked about the number of wins. You do have some losses. They happened a long time ago in the preseason play. But really, that's when these girls were first coming together. If there were a rematch today between one of those 5 teams, any one of those 5 teams, what would be the outcome?
I definitely think they want the one back at Copper's Cove when we played here. It was a tough one. I still take the blame for that game. I made a coaching decision that I was thinking of making one and I didn't, and it probably ended up costing us the game. That one, and then I think Fairfield too. They're the #1 team in 3A right now, and we went to their house and lost by 2. That was one we probably should get back. We'd want to get back to.
But those are games that got you ready for the district race.
Absolutely. Playing a team like Fairfield, we knew they're very similar in style of offense to Crowley and Burleson. They like to cut and screen. And even you're going to see that tomorrow night against Joshua. They will set 500 screens. And it's tough because when you're going man and we play with such intensity like we do, it's easy sometimes to get caught up on those screens. So we've got to do a good job of communicating, and that's what helped prepare us for that.
Very good. Coach, we're going to break away from our interview, and let's go talk to a couple of the captains on this year's team. This is Shemaya Blake and Armani Pittman. Congratulations, ladies. Talk to me a little bit about the accomplishment and what you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling very ecstatic right now because I like what the team has done, and I like that everybody's working together and we're working as one.
Okay, you clinched the district championship, but I understand there's some unfinished business here.
Yes, sir. We still have unfinished business. We're still continuing on, and we're taking it one game at a time.
Great, Shemaya. Armani, same question for you, and talk about the intensity that I saw the other night. Even though you were up by 30 points at university, you kept the pressure on because you know what's ahead. You know some tougher games are ahead.
Yeah, I just think every game we just push as hard as we can throughout the whole game, no matter what the score is. We play till the buzzer go off.
Talk a little bit about, and I'll ask you both this, about growing up with this program. I mean, 4 years ago, you were a part of this program, and gradually you're coming up, you're seniors this year, and what a way to end all of that. Reflect back when you were a freshman and how you're feeling as now you're a senior.
When I was a freshman, I kind of was just getting into the program and getting used to it, and now it's like everything is my senior year, so everything is depending on us. So we got to bring it out, us seniors, because it's our year. And I feel like our team has been the best in a couple of years. We're doing some stuff that haven't happened in a long time.
Talk about the playoffs down the road and the goal for this team.
We want to go as far as we can and try to make it to the state and try to win if we can.
Yeah, Shemaya, is this a team that can make it to Austin possibly?
Yes, sir. This is a team.
Great. Talk about your growing up with this program as well and what you remember about being a timid freshman and now you're a super senior.
Starting out as a timid freshman, I was always scared of the older girls. So I was always used to look up to them, and I always wanted to be where they were. So they always encouraged me to keep going, so I just kept going.
And girls, as 2 seniors, you're starting something. This tradition of winning, you started it actually 4 years ago because you've been to the playoffs, I think, all 4 years, correct? But now you're leaving a legacy, an undefeated season, we hope, with 1 game to play tomorrow night. And you got some sophomores on this team. Does that feel pretty good that you know this team is in good hands even after you leave?
Yes, sir.
Great. And congratulations to you again and Armani, and talk a little bit about the tradition of this team and what you're building.
We've been in a winning tradition. I think our girls that's here right now, they're going to still be doing good when we leave. That's how I feel. I feel confident in them that they're going to still be great.
Very good. Armani Pittman, thank you so much. Shemaya Blake, team captains. And let's have one final word with Coach Ross Barber. Wow, this team is in great hands with his senior leadership coach, and we got some juniors and sophomores ready to keep it going.
Yes, sir. And I actually had the opportunity to coach Shemaya and Dee Dee Simmons when they were in 7th grade at Brazos. And so seeing them grow up, and we played against Armani and Taylor and everybody over here, to see them grow up and mature and go from young ladies to young women has really just been more important to me than wins and losses. Just seeing them mature, getting them off to college, and hopefully have a couple of them go chance to play, and then keep the tradition going that we started 4 years ago.
We assume you're going to go undefeated in district play. You're obviously in the playoffs. You have a team that's been to the playoffs before, too. Does that make you feel better as you head into playoff round number 1 and 2 and 3 and so on?
It is, and a lot of these girls right here were off of last year's team that we got knocked out in the first round by a good Granbury team who made it to the regional finals. But I think that bitter taste is still in their mouth, and they want to get rid of that. And we're going to make them run, hopefully, and we'll stay focused.
Thank you, Coach. Once again, this is Dale Caffey reporting from the Waco High Gymnasium, the district champion Lady Lions of Waco High School. Learners today, leaders tomorrow.